What's up, guys? I just uploaded a video about a week ago, at least a week from this recording. I don't know when I'm going to upload. I'm pretty bad about uploading in a timely fashion. I apologize. I am a pretty busy person. I do a lot of coaching. It's my full-time job, and so I'm usually doing it about anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day. I try to fit in YouTube where I can. But anyway, I wanted to make another video covering warming up, because I went over using car control, using workshop maps and free play to just practice your car control. But I didn't really cover anything about warming up and how long you should spend warming up, or if you should warm up at all. But I wanted to cover that in this video, so we'll be doing that. I did really quickly want to go over my settings, what they're like. I got a lot of questions about those in the last video. My camera settings, they do change from time to time. I do keep them usually for a few months at a time, but I'll usually switch it up when I feel like I'm not playing very well or something. For me, my field of view never changes. It's always on 110. I used to mess around with this, but I found 110 to be the best for me. Distance is at 270, height is at 100, angles at -5, stiffness at 0.5. Swivel speed is just how fast your joystick moves your camera. I'll show you guys that. I'm at 4. Transition speed is how fast your camera moves between ball cam and car cam. This is my swivel speed is at 4, and this is what it looks like if I really quickly want to look behind me or to the right, something like that, above me, stuff like that. Ball cam transition speed, it's the slowest it can be. The reason I have it like this is because I like getting all the information between the two cameras. If I jack this up really high, it's going to be an instant switch and I won't get this information in between. But I like to get the information in between, so I have it where it is. Video settings, these also change depending on how I feel my computer's running. I feel like my computer's running pretty well that day. I'll jack my settings up. I feel like my computer's for some reason running a little bit slow. I'll lower them. High quality shaders on. Anti-aliasing I have on medium. A lot of people have this off. It kind of smooths out the edges, little pixelated edges. Mainly for me, it's the ball that has this issue. And so I turn this on and it really smooths it out, makes it look round for me. Render quality, I definitely recommend putting all the way up to high quality. When you put this one down low, this is what your game looks like. No matter what, your settings can be as high as they go. But the render quality is going to be awful, so you want to make sure your render quality is, if you can handle it, as high as it goes. And finally, my controls, gas and reverse are default. Right trigger, left trigger. Jump is default, which is X. Boost is R1. Power slide is L1. Air steering, this is just moving my joystick. Air roll right is on circle. Air roll left is on triangle. Regular air roll, which is air rolling and moving my joystick, is L1. On the same button as power slide. I think that's important to have those two on the same button. It allows you to transition from drifting into air rolling in the air. If you're landing from an air roll into a drift, it allows you to recover a little bit better, in my opinion, I think. Ball camera is square. The reason I have it there is because that's close to my jump button. I like being able to push them together, and when it was on triangle, I had difficulty doing that. So I moved it down to square. Scoreboard is share. Opposite of the start button, I've always called it option, or no, select. I've always called it select. On PlayStation, it's called share. I don't have voice chat bound. You don't really need to use that. Text chat I don't have bound on my controller. I've just got it on my keyboard. Save replay I hold down on my left stick. Reset shot is the scoreboard button. That's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this workshop map. I've never played it before, so we'll be learning it together here. But I like to use workshop maps to warm up because they allow me to focus on my car movement. I don't really have to worry about the ball. I like getting warmed up with how my car moves first, and then I'll move into using the ball with that. But again, never played this map. DMC, this guy's a beast. He makes so many cool maps that are really, really helpful for car control. I can tell by the name that we have to fly through rings, obviously. But I like to take things slow when I first start out. I haven't done this map before, so we're going to try and kind of learn it together as we go. I don't know the map, so I'm not going to fly through it really quickly. I'm probably going to make more mistakes if I do that. Let's learn the map first, and then we can start flying through it. Looks like we can land on these islands. We landed on that first one, so we don't have to stay in the air the whole time. One thing I notice when I'm warming up, though, is when I first start warming up, I'm a little bit more jittery, I guess. I make a lot more corrections than I need to. I make a lot of unnecessary movements. But as I start to get warmed up, I start to kind of move into a less correction, less unnecessary movements, and I'm very straightforward with my movement. I go where I need to go, and that's it. And I think for me, that's how I kind of tell when I'm warmed up, is when I feel like when I make a movement, you know, I only have to make that movement once. I don't have to move into it and correct it. So if you pay attention now to my car, you'll see my nose moving, you know, all around as I fly through all these little tiny corrections. This spin right there, like that was just, this is unnecessary. All these are unnecessary. And I kind of do this as I'm warming up without thinking about it. But as I get, you know, progressively more and more warmed up, I start to do these less and less because I know exactly which way I need to turn, I know where I need to go, and I know how to get there. That's one way I know if I'm relatively warmed up. So far, there's nothing too. As soon as I say that, so far there's nothing too hard with this. Kind of just keeping ourselves in these loops. It's really, really cool map though. I like the concept of jumping, you know, island hopping, flying over the water for the rings. This one looks tricky. This one looks like I might have to be a little bit more controlled. I'm trying not to feather my boost as much as I can. Okay, so I think if you, that's weird. We touched the ring before and it didn't reset us. So maybe if you touch it with your wheels or something, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll figure it out. That one was a little bit harder, for sure. These look like they're getting progressively harder, which would make sense. But I'm trying to not use, I'm trying not to feather as much as, okay, we're definitely losing that one. I'm trying not to feather as much as I can. Feathering leaves room to make more corrections. Obviously, if I need to slow down, I'm gonna feather my boost. But I wanna try and use, oh, yeah, we're losing it again. No, we're not, ooh. Okay, so that's weird. We touched it with our wheel that time and nothing happened. So it's not the wheel. Oh boy. Yeah, so we're probably gonna have to slow down for this one. But by holding my boost and being able to full boost through this as much as I can, again, it allows me to not have to make as many corrections because I'm staying on that one straight path. But if I feather, I kind of bob up and down. Okay, so that's the map. Let's go back and, now that we have a little bit better understanding of what it's like, let's see if we can fly through it a little bit quicker. We're still making a bunch of small corrections. We're still making a bunch of unnecessary movements. So let's try to get through this one as smooth as we can. Making as little corrections as possible. So far, so easy. Cruise through this one. Ooh, that's a recovery. We barely made that one. That one got a little bit fortunate on that little touch there that bounced us off that ring. I'm wondering if it's faster to go through this without landing on the islands first. Oh god. Yeah, I wonder if I can just keep flying into the next one. I probably could. Might save me some time. This one's going to be tough to do smoothly because we kind of have to pirouette around this way. Oh, we made it. Okay, we're good to go. On to the next. Alright, let's try this one last time. We got 340. I feel like that was even worse than our first time. I don't quite remember the first time, but... Alright, so this one's pretty easy. Let's do this with as little corrections as possible. Just fly straight through here. We'll move on to the next. Again, as little corrections as possible. Very few corrections. Only make the corrections that are necessary. And we're on to the next. Oh, we're going a little too fast on that takeoff, but we got it back. Little corrections. We're doing a lot of correcting, which I do not like. I want to make sure I'm trying to correct as little as possible. Alright. We got this turn right here. Let's take it a little bit slower. It's okay to feather if we need to. We're not trying to rush through this, we're just trying to be very controlled. So look where I need to go. And move accordingly. sometimes it's pretty difficult to not look at your car as well. You want to make sure that you're looking where you're supposed to be going. It's going to help you control your movement a lot once you get your muscle memory down on how your car moves. When you move your controller or do certain inputs, you want to make sure you're able to look where you're going and not at your car. And in workshop maps, oh boy, it's easy to forget that. So I got to look through the rings ahead of me, not at my car. Nice and smooth, good controlled movements. And now we're on the last one. All right. Look where I'm going. Oh boy. Ooh, did we save it? We did. Nice. Not the smoothest of recoveries, but a recovery nonetheless. And that's it. I think I can do better with this map. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time with this. I just wanted to show you what warming up is like. So for me now, I feel a little bit more warmer. I feel like my movement's more controlled. And so when I go into free play, I'm going to make less corrections when it comes to hitting the ball, just because I'm already used to those straight, very accurate movements, not worrying about, oh, I could get a better touch, I could get a better touch. It's more so just about making one correction and making sure that correction is right and sticking with it. It's going to give you a lot more control in your gameplay, a lot more control of your car, and hopefully a little bit more control of the ball as well. So I appreciate you guys watching this. Hopefully this kind of helps you with knowing when you should warm up, or how long to warm up for. Usually it's just, for me, I just want to make as little corrections as possible, and that'll tell me, hey, I'm done warming up. I'm good to go. I'm making pretty smart movements. I'm making pretty smart corrections. My corrections are good the first time I make them, and that usually tells me that it's about time to play online. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If this is something you want to see more of, some more of me doing stuff that I do instead of just the tutorials, definitely let me know in the comments. If you did like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, all that good stuff. It'll let you know. One, it'll let you know when I upload. Two, the likes and stuff, they definitely help me out. They let me know what you guys do like and don't like. So if this is a video you didn't like, feel free to hit that thumbs down button. Let me know that this is not a video you want to see, and I'll move away from it. But if it's stuff you want to see more of, I can definitely keep doing this. I will keep working on tutorials. The next one I've got coming out is a flick tutorial. I've got a flick tutorial coming out. I'm working with somebody on that video who's really, really good at flicks, who's been ranked 1 in 1v1s multiple times. So he knows what he's talking about. He's definitely gonna be able to help us out in learning some flicks. So hopefully you guys will be able to catch that one, but I do have it on the way, hopefully within the next week or two. Get that one uploaded. But appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wonderful morning, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this video. And I'll see you next time.